I just got back home from the supermarket and I'm really excited today because I am gonna cook something yummy for lunch for both me and Ma Bear. Well, first of all, I had to refill my cereal milk supply. I like Lactaid. I don't think I'm lactose intolerant because I could eat a ton of ice cream and drink a ton of milk, but this just tastes really good to me. And I was gonna make bok choy because I was inspired by Ant the other night, but they ran out of bok choy. And it's not their fault. It's Albertsons. That's not a Chinese supermarket. So I should have gone to a Chinese supermarket, except I was trying to get everything on the way home. So instead, I'm gonna make a swai fillet, so fish fillet with broccolini, and I'm gonna make it with with garlic, with some chicken broth, and also white pepper, sesame oil, and a little bit of ginger. Oh, by the way, these guys are a lifesaver. If you guys are always running out of time, I would get these things because if you have to peel garlic, smash garlic, or grate ginger, it just adds to your cooking time. This is already pre-done. You can throw it in and it tastes, to me, almost as good as fresh. And then I also got some top sirloin because I am on a diet, so I can't be having ribeye, which kind of sucks. But this is a leaner cut. Just salt and pepper these bad boys, make some rice, and hopefully have a yummy, yummy, yummy low-calorie lunch. So I'm coming back out here to check up on the fire. I have my charcoal loaded in the chimney already. Should be burning pretty good now. Looks like there's some good heat waves coming out, so I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna lay it out so I can scrub the grill. Put that over here. Cannot tell that these things are on fire now. Oh yeah, there's definitely flames. I hear the crackling. Just can't see where the hell they are. I'm assuming the white ones are burning, so I'll just put it here like that. I'll let it burn itself a little bit more. While I put this grill back on, let it burn a little bit more, and then heat up the grill so it makes it easier to scrub. Come back out here probably in a good 5 minutes or so. Time to work on the fish and the broccolini. God damn it, Meatloaf, I can't close the freaking thing. Meatloaf, you're in the way.
Come here.
Meatloaf, move. Thank God, shit. All right, awesome. Now comes the fun part. So steaks, I've done millions and millions of times, but this recipe with the broccolini and the fish, I've never done. So this is where I get to experiment and get really, really creative and see what I want to do and adjust the flavor. And that's one of my favorite things about cooking. It reminds me of comedy, where it's like improv comedy, where you're making up stuff on the spot, making adjustments while focusing on the end product. So it's like very, very double dutch. Like, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Should I do this? All meanwhile, the food can go bad at any second because you could overcook it or do whatever. So that's like the fun part of cooking for me. And when I watch like a lot of those cooking shows where it's like you're timed, there's a deadline, and it also has to taste perfect, there's such a huge adrenaline rush that it's awesome. So first thing I'm gonna do is lay just a little bit of olive oil. Meanwhile, when I let this thing get nice and warmed up, I'm gonna throw the garlic on right after, and I also have my ginger and also my garlic right here. Got all these things ready. Let me get a little teaspoon for that. What else can I get ready in the meantime? So I already have the oil, got this. Ooh, I gotta open up my gotta open up the chicken broth here. So the chicken broth ready. Bam. See, this is what I like about it, because cooking, like, while I'm maintaining the fire outside, keeping a mental clock, I get to be in here and kind of bounce back and forth as if like I'm an actual chef at like a Michelin star restaurant, which is pretty fun. Meanwhile, I have a customer that is waiting for me, a very demanding customer, by the way, that's just there waiting to be served at any time. Oh, and the customer's taking a nap. What kind of restaurant is this where the customer gets to just sleep and relax? This is a very, this is a 5-star restaurant.
You need to tell them about your obsession with garlic and ketchup.
I'm not telling them anything. All right, so back to cooking. I have never heard a customer say stuff like that before. But back to cooking. Let me adjust the, okay, cool. That is nicely adjusted. Bam, there we go. All right. So this olive oil, you could tell it's getting heated because it's nice and watery now. So what I'm gonna do is throw on some of these garlics. Bam, you can hear it sizzle already. I'm gonna throw on a little bit more of this, woo, populating. Throw on a little bit, put on a medium now. Throw on maybe another little teaspoon of garlic. It's cooking up nice and good. Done with this guy. Woo, woo. Put it in the fridge. Pull out my little, where is my little thingamabob, by the way? What in the, oh, here it is. Make sure it's nice and, get this oil. So pretty much what I'm doing is just flavoring the oil out. Damn, it's way too hot now. Flavoring the oil, and then I'm gonna throw my broccolinis in here. Bam, bam, woohoo! Damn, that's like putting out a fire. I don't know if this is the right way of cooking. This is how I cook. Woohoo! Wee! Get the broccolinis flavored up with a little bit of garlic. Smells kind of good. Making sure everything is nice and fine. And then get it grilled up for like about a minute. Put it on medium. I'm gonna put the fish in later because fish is a very delicate meat. Even though this is frozen, you don't want to overcook it. So I'm just gonna put these bad boys in here for a little bit. And then add some of this chicken broth. Add this chicken broth in here. Move it around. Make sure everybody gets some. Put maybe just a little bit of ginger to make it pop. Pop a top. Throw the spoon away. Bam. Mix it up a little bit. Bam, 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 bam. Get the broth. Why do I keep saying broth? Broth. Get the broth nice and in there. And then put it on a medium. And let this bad boy steam up for a little bit. Come back to it later. It's 11:37. So I do want to put these guys in here at some point. It's still frozen. I might have to bust out the big boy. I don't know how else I'm gonna cut it. So bust the big boy out. Bam. 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 This is a fish popsicle. Bam. Cut these bad boys up. Bam. 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 Oh no, fuck.
What happened?
Nothing.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Tell me.
Bam. 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 Chinese cleavers are literally good for anything. Like, this is good for cooking, chopping up bones, killing people. You see it in those Chinese mafia movies where people, oh, fuck, where they're like, nothing. Bam. So all this is ready to be thrown in. Put this away. Now let's go check up on the grill. So Gibbons that this fish is frozen. I was gonna throw it in when the vegetables were a little bit more cooked, but because it's frozen, I think I should throw them in now. So this is what I love about cooking. You gotta make these decisions on the spot. So I am gonna throw it in. So I'm gonna just open this up. It's already steaming already, which is awesome. There's a slight simmer and boil. Time to just throw these bad boys in there. Da-da-da. 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 Ooh, these are gonna melt right in my hands. Bam. And then bam. And then, ooh, this one's melting already. See how soft it is? Ooh. Grab this guy, put it in here. And then just mix it around a little bit. Throw it in there. I can already tell it's probably gonna need some salt. So I'm gonna rinse my hands because I don't want to dirty everything. Get some of this. Get some of this guy because I need something that's just gonna spread evenly. A little bit of salt. Bam. Mix it around. And then I'll throw in some white pepper later. But pretty much get these guys nice and good in here. It's really hard cooking while holding the camera just touch, you know. But get these guys up in here and put it back on. Come back in 5 minutes. Meanwhile, balancing the grill. So this is the tough part. Ooh, let's see. Is it burning? I definitely feel heat. Awesome. So once I feel the heat, this makes cleaning the grill way easier. So I get to scrub it all off. A lot of people who grill for the first time, they see all the black and all the soot and the ash on the grill, and they're like, ew, nasty. Like people, they don't want to grill at the park. But actually, you do want to do it because that's where all the seasoning comes from. So one of my favorite restaurants is Tacos El Gordo in San Diego. David So introduced me to it, and it was so bomb, and it was in San Diego. And we heard that they opened a brand new branch in Vegas. So when we went to Vegas, we couldn't wait to go there, and it wasn't the same. And you know why? Because the grill was brand new, wasn't seasoned, so all you taste is like cooking oil, lighter fluid, and then like raw metal. 'Cause you can taste the metal in the food, which is why people like cooking with stainless steel, because there's less of that. So this is a well-seasoned grill, and I wouldn't trade this grill for anything because it has all the nice flavorings of what I would want already. So I'm just scrubbing it off. As you can see, all the ash and soot came right off easily. Ooh, there's a nice little flame, a little redness in there. I don't know if you guys can see. Bam. But just to make sure I don't get cancer, I get a wet paper towel and I just wipe it down real quick. I got my wet paper towel, and I just literally just throw it on there like that. Grab the tongs so I don't burn my hand, and just start wiping it down like that. I don't really have to do a good job. It's just to take any additional thing I couldn't scrub off of there, and that's about it. I've been doing this for years. I don't have cancer. I don't know if this causes cancer or anything, but this is what pretty much everyone does. They don't want to clean the grill too much because that's where all the seasoning comes from. Bam. And that's it. And I have all the charcoal on one side because once I throw the meat on, this is the side that I sear, and then on this side I put it over to kind of cook and put it in low heat. So I get to control my temperature here by having charcoal on one side and then nothing on this side. I'm a one-man cooking show today, but it's time to throw the steaks on. Bam! Dun, da, da, da. First steak. Let's see what looks good right here. Bam! Second steak. Bam! Right there. Bring these bad boys in. Bring this in, and I actually think the broccolinis might be done already, because it's only gonna take like 4 or 5 minutes of steam / boiling them. So I already took the lid off of it, and it's still simmering. Looks good. Oh, too dark. Looks pretty good in here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Just gotta make sure the fish is done. Maybe I'll put it in for 1 more minute to make sure it gets nice and steamy. Everything gets evenly cooked. Meanwhile, over here, what I like to do is I like to get pretty much like a 1 minute sear on both sides. Oh, it's not really seared, but I like to get a 1 minute sear on. Oh, this one's kind of seared. So I like to get a 1 minute sear on both sides, and then I like to put it on the low heat end and then throw the lid on. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till this gets nicely seared, and then I'm gonna do that. Just put the lid on, and now I gotta check on the sleeper, which everyone always forgets because it's the least fun part, the rice. Awesome, 11 minutes left on the rice. It's the least fun, and it's the most slept on, but sometimes it's the most important, because can you imagine like the bombest dish in the world without a carb like a rice or pasta go with it? It wouldn't be that good. And I forgot to put this away, so put the ginger away in the fridge right here. Bam. And I start cleaning up right now, because this is how you can save time. So I consolidate everything, put everything back over here. So remember to wash all this stuff. Take this guy, throw it in here. And oh, I have some leftover rice from yesterday, so I'm gonna heat this up. Probably put this at, thinking like maybe like a minute and a half. Should be fine. So put this in. Oops. Bam. That's about one. Bam. This should be good now. Let's see. Ooh. Nice and one. Turn it off. Let's see. What is this? Vegetables are nice and limp. Fish is nice and soft. This should be good. I gotta test it though. So it is the duty of the chef to have to test the food, because or else you'll never know how good it really is. So give me a second while I set up my tripod, because this is a one-person restaurant. Remember that, one person, chef, waiter, server, everything, and the customers are very, very luxurious, and they just sleep in the waiting room right here. Oh, they're pretend sleeping. Is that a big smile? You big cutie.
Hey, you try making a baby.
True. She's making a baby. That customer's making a baby, but we get pregnant customers all the time, so I don't know what she's talking about. All right, let me set up this tripod.
Who else has been here?
These small pork. It's a bit small. Pretty good. Let's try the ends of these broccolinis. Pretty good. Pretty much done, if you ask me. This is done. I'll keep it covered until it's ready to serve. Bada bing, bada boom. All this grease I'm gonna wipe off real quick. Rice is done. Time to go check up on the meat. Okay, there we go. Ooh, smoking. I always love the sight of smoke, because that tells me all that nice flavor, that smoke flavor is getting into the meat. All right, time to open it up, see what it looks like. Ooh, yeah. Look at all that smoke flavor, baby. Nice. All right. Time to flip it over. Nice. Look at that. Nice little char. Love that. Flip this over. So obviously you can tell this side's hotter than this because there's more char. So what I like to do is I switch sides a little bit to make sure that the meats are evenly cooked. Throw this bad boy over here. Throw this bad boy over here. Probably flip this around just because this side is more cooked probably. So I throw this right there, put it on next to it. Cover it for about 1 more minute. And the steaks should be delicious. All right, time to check up on the meat again. Let's see how it looks. Smoke, always a good sign. Ooh, damn, look at that glistening. Dang, that looks freaking nice. Love the way that looks. Time to flip it over. See what the other side looks like. Oh yeah. Nice. Nice. Switch sides again because you can tell how hot this side is. I think it's almost there. Probably have to do it maybe 1 or 2 minutes per side, and then it's good. One of my favorite things to do is put the lid on. I actually haven't cooked with the lid on in a while, just because I like searing it and then just putting it on the low heat side. But these days I've been liking with the lid because I feel like it just traps the moisture better. And I've been doing this method for 2 steaks or 2 rounds of steaks already, and it came out really, really good. Like, you could just tell how juicy it is. It is just, there's just so much juice it can't even contain itself. Damn, love that sound. For me, I think personally, I'd probably already do it just maybe a minute on each side. But since Ma Bear's pregnant, she can't have things that are crazy bloody. So I'm gonna probably get it anywhere between medium rare and then medium well. Checking up on the rice. 3 more minutes. Everything is timed nicely. The rice is done here. This is the leftover rice from the other day. I'll eat this, so Ma Bear could have the fresh rice. And then this is done. Should be cool enough now to put on the counter. So put this here. Make a nice little buffet line. So I'll put the rice, and then yeah, I'll put rice, that rice here. Then I'll have the cut meat, and then the veggies with the fish.
You're making me look bad.
What do you mean? You're making a baby. You're my #1 customer. You're the only customer I cook for.
Fine.
Big cutie.
Fine.
How's the baby making coming along?
Pretty good. There's a lot of exercising right now.
2 more minutes on each side and the baby's gonna come out?
Yeah. Still work in progress.
Nice. This couch looks so comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like the ultimate slumber party couch.
It's pretty nice.
See what the
Very
pups are
nice.
doing. Oh my goodness.
They're dead. They had a good morning.
Just having the time of their life. Just hanging out.
We came back from the dog park and the mini hike. That wasn't a hike because they weren't even allowed to be there.
The food's almost done. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Papa cooks so good.
Promise? Oh, thank you.
Better than me, that's for sure.
The steaks came out really, really nice. Look at that. Oh man. Nicely charred. There's almost nothing that can replace that grill flavor. Something about the fire touching the fat on the meat. It just activates this flavor with a little bit of salt. It just, pow, it just pops. It just tastes so good. I think that's one of the reasons why everyone loves going to Korean barbecue. White, Mexican, black, Asian, whatever. Everyone loves Korean barbecue because when the fire touches the meat, they're just so delicious. So now I just took the steaks off the grill and I'm gonna let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. A lot of people make the big mistake of directly cutting into the meat already when the meat hasn't reabsorbed its juices yet. So it's very important to let the meat reabsorb its juices, cool down a little bit, so when you cut into it, it's not all this juice just splurting everywhere, and then when you serve it, it ends up being dry. And this is kind of similar to when I do my barbecue recipe. Like after I barbecue, I wrap it in foil for an hour to let it sweat. That's what the rib is doing too. It's reabsorbing all the moisture. So this guy's done. My rice is done. Ma Bear's rice is done. Let's see. Woo! Look at that beautiful rice. So put that in the serving section. Take this over here. Make a nice little presentable station. I love Asian shit. They think of everything. The time still works, and then the little tail just retracted. Got this. Got this beautiful veggies. Oh man, looks so good. And then my steak, all while staying under my caloric needs. Now I just need a yummy drink. I think I got some, what do I got in the fridge actually? I know I have root beer, but I always drink root beer. How many calories on root beer? Let's see. how many calories are in here. 170. What about if I get the iced tea over here? I'm all about convenience. I have lemon juice too, in addition to a real lemon. What is this? Ah, damn, it's unsweetened. Well, actually, that's good, right? That's true, because that means it's almost calorie free. We drink that with some ice. Hey, number one customer.
Yeah.
What would you like to drink?
I will have a water, please, and it's already on the table.
You want water? Which one is it?
It's the one that's the...
There's like 20 waters on the table.
Well, one of them is yours, the big stein is mine, and the open water bottle is mine.
Do you want me to dump that out, or are you just going to drink straight out of that?
I'm gonna dump it out.
You're going to dump it out?
I'll give it to the dogs.
Okay. Alright, for the moment of truth. These steaks look nice and ready and done. Time to cut them so we can serve it. Let's see. Ooh, this one's nice and medium. So Mabra can eat it. But I believe it's still pretty juicy. Let's see. This is top sirloin because I'm trying to stay calorie conscious, so I didn't get ribeye this time. You try it. Number one customer be the test. Let's see.
It's really good.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Promise?
Mm-hmm. It's
awesome.
bomb.
Let me see. Let me try it. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Even though it's way leaner, still pretty juicy. And the cool thing about having a steak like this is if let's say we don't finish it,
the dogs will eat it.
No, we can chop it up.
So that the dogs don't have to chew so much?
We can chop it up and make tacos out of it.
For the dogs?
No, for us. Because all I've seasoned it with just salt and pepper. So it's still very flexible in what we can make out of it.
Fine. That looks delicious. Good job, Papa.
Thank you. Still nice and juicy. It's not as good as the steak from the other day because the other one was ribeye. But still definitely very good.
Ooh, your fingers make me nervous.
This one's more medium. You want this one or you want the one with a little bit more flair?
I don't care.
Okay.
We can get mixed. I don't care.
Okay.
I can get the whole thing. I don't care.
One thing I do really want you to try though is, so this one I know I'm going to kill it because I cook this all the time. So I think I have this down. The thing that I really want you to try is
the fish.
The fish, because that one's a new recipe. Okay, time for the ultimate test.
Mmm, this is delicious.
You promise?
Mm-hmm.
Try a little bit of the fish, see if you like it.
Mmm, it's really delicious.
You promise?
Yeah, it's really, 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 really freaking good.
That's awesome. Number one satisfied customer.
I'll leave you a good tip.
Can you give me a good Yelp review, please? Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that was it for this cooking session. I am sweating balls underneath here because I went ham. And today is a rest day for us. So I'm going to call it a day here. I was really happy and excited to be able to share this cooking in-depth experience while juggling a stove and a grill with you guys. That was really, really fun. If you like videos like this where I'm panicking and I'm still trying to make good food, let me know. I'll make something else while I invite my number one customer over again, and she could just be in the waiting room section.
It was bomb. It was really good. You guys are missing out.
Briggy's ready.
She's always here. Go away.